Good morning. It's Monday, July 29th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. 3 people are recovering after a car crashed into a home in West Babylon. It happened early yesterday morning on Great East Neck Road. Police say Christian Bunega Salmandarez lost control of an SUV and went airborne into a concrete wall, then a home. The driver and the couple who lived in the home were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. No charges were filed. Only in Newsday, a renewed search for chemical drums at Bethpage Community Park. More than 2 months after scans failed to detect 6 drums, a new company has begun searching the former Grumman Aerospace dumping grounds. Hager Richter Geoscience Incorporated wrapped up initial scans last week and will conduct further ground scans next month. 22 drums containing cancer-causing chemicals have been found underground since the spring. The Herricks School District has paid nearly $50 million to end litigation over decades-old sexual abuse allegations. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday. The Herricks School District paid nearly $50 million in the past year to former students who accused administrators of not protecting them enough from sexual abuse decades ago. Newsday's Jim Baumbach joins me now. You've been combing through records. What do we know about this latest round of payments?
These payments ended 27 lawsuits that Herricks faced. This was the second most of any Long Island school district that faced lawsuits under the Child Victims Act. This was the 2019 state law that opened a temporary window for people who say they suffered sexual abuse as children to file lawsuits and claims. Previously, before the law, they couldn't file lawsuits once they turned 23 years old. Were parents in the district aware of the lawsuits and the plan to make the payouts? So the district, once they faced these lawsuits, they were filed in 2020, 2021, they did make residents aware that they were facing a significant number of these lawsuits. They settled these lawsuits in the past year, kind of piecemeal, one by one every month. They closed with settlements in May and June. Then they sent a letter to residents saying, we settled these lawsuits and we did so with the financial health of the district in mind. So critics have said these settlements are hurting today's students and educational programs. How are school districts making these payments? Yeah, that's a struggle because you know, the School Boards Association, the Superintendents Association, they have said that they welcome making whole people who say they suffered this abuse many years ago, but at the same time they don't want to do it at the expense of today's children going to the schools. So what school districts have done, what Herricks did, is that of that nearly $50 million, they bonded $40 million of that they're going to pay back over 15 years, and they say that this allows them to limit the impact on today's students. How many lawsuits are still active? So there's about 100 lawsuits still active. We're following them all. Bayshore, the district, faces the most on Long Island, more than Herricks. They faced 45 of these lawsuits. They've settled 2 so far. We don't know how much they paid to settle them just yet, but that leaves 43 lawsuits that we're going to be following as this next year goes on. Yeah, a lot of work still to be done. Jim, thank you so much. Thank you. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Only Newsday, deadly motorcycle crashes have surged on the island. At least 12 people died in May and June, up from at least 6 people in the same time period last year. That's according to a Newsday analysis of police releases. Officials from the nonprofit American Bikers for Awareness, Training and Education blame distracted driving and intersections that allow left turns. Brookhaven Town is cracking down on littering. The town is now using surveillance cameras to monitor town trash receptacles for illegal dumping. In recent months, construction debris, household trash, and garbage from restaurants have been found in dumpsters at some town parks. 10 people have been cited so far. The town of Babylon is working to improve relations with its growing Hispanic community. The town will use $90,000 in federal coronavirus relief aid to support Latino-owned businesses. The Hispanic Outreach Initiative calls for taking an inventory of existing Hispanic business so owners can have easy access to state and local grant programs. 24% of the town identifies as Hispanic or Latino. Nassau County's payroll has skyrocketed due to police spending. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I'm Shari Einhorn. Did you know that roughly 1/3 of the budget in Nassau and Suffolk goes to paying county employees, and a large chunk of that goes to the police department? Nassau County paid its employees nearly $75 million more in 2023, the biggest year-over-year jump in the last decade. The spike in costs, according to a Newsday analysis of county payroll data obtained through the state's Freedom of Information law, is largely due to police salaries. So we asked Long Islanders, how much is too much when it comes to paying for police?
They should get raises, but not the kind of raises they get. I mean, and they shouldn't be making more money than the cops in the city. There's no reason.
They have a tough job, and I say they're worth every penny.
Nassau's PBA settled a new contract with County Exec Bruce Blakeman's administration in January. It's retroactive to 2019 with a 15% increase over 8.5 years.
That put into effect immediately retroactive raises, bonuses, and then the step increases that they hadn't been getting for the years that they were working without one.
Base salaries for some officers jumped about 50% in a year. No comment from Blakeman, but Nassau's PBA president tells Newsday, in part, this is back pay owed for years of hard work and dedication. When you are without a contract, you'll never make up for that difference. Police officers can never be paid enough for what they do. Fiscal watchdogs blame skyrocketing costs on collective bargaining and binding arbitration.
The current system is failing pretty much everyone. It's failing taxpayers because they're getting hit with much higher costs than they would otherwise. It's hitting public confidence in police forces. Essentially, the only people who are benefiting from the system are the people who are actually getting a bigger check or bigger benefits.
In Suffolk, total payroll spending increased by about $16 million in the same year, with the bulk of it going to police. The Suffolk police contract doesn't expire until December, but the union could use Nassau's new numbers as a bargaining tool for negotiations. Suffolk's PBA president tells us in part, Suffolk County residents continue to get an incredible value for the tax dollars they spend on public safety.
I come from a family of policemen, and when I'm in trouble, that's who I call. So I feel like now more than ever, their lives are on the line, and I'm for keeping up with standards and giving them raises like everybody else gets.
I feel like they're giving them too much money, and they're not putting enough money into the schools. They're not putting enough money into the daycare centers and the things like that.
For NewsdayTV, I'm Shari Einhorn.
Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
A new class of top football players have been crowned as the island's high school quarterback challenge returned. Carissa Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I've been to MetLife, I've been to other combines, and honestly, I think this one might be one of my favorites.
Long Island's top quarterbacks hit the turf at Smithtown West to show what they're made of in the annual Long Island Quarterback Challenge.
It's just a good chance to compete before the season starts and be around a bunch of great QBs.
For the third year in a row, the boys' event kicked off with an IQ test, followed by a series of 8 physical drills.
We're testing accuracy is a very, very paramount thing. Anticipation and timing, 2 other critical factors. The ability to be mobile, make plays off script, and the ability to drive the football with velocity.
It's great to get to see how we work together in front of a competition, and nerves are up, but we still perform.
No one really knows who I am right now. I'm going to junior year. I didn't play much last year, so it was great just showing off, showing what I could do.
I didn't make it last year, so this year making it made me feel a lot better. I didn't even have to try out for it. It's definitely an honor.
The greatest honor of the day was given to Half Hollow Hills West Joe Filardi.
I've been throwing ever since season end, just trying to get stronger, faster.
While flag football season isn't until spring, we're already getting a sneak peek of our quarterbacks right now.
I've been looking forward to this all summer, especially after such a great event last year.
It was the second year for the girls' event, with Sayville's Olivia Moynihan securing the trophy.
It makes me more excited for next year and everything, and I definitely love to come here winning, so it's great that I did.
And none of it is possible without the receivers, who were also recognized.
I just came out here to have fun. Awesome. And I didn't think I was going to get something.
So how exciting is it then to get this award?
It is, Obviously, I think I got it because of my hustle. I was like all over the floor, diving for balls that were low, and I think like that's what made me stand out.
At Smithtown West, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Congratulations. Read more about the quarterback challenge on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyperlocal Monday forecast, a wet start to the week after a beautiful weekend. Here's a look outside at Main Street and Sag Harbor Village. You can see the wet roads there. Be careful. Scattered showers this morning, followed by scattered storms this afternoon. We have everything on the radar. Of course, we're going to keep you updated. Checking out your day planner. Clouds and rain today, highs in the 70s. We only get cooler throughout the day. Now to your futurecast. Storm chances this afternoon. As I mentioned, we should be clear tomorrow, but rain returns Wednesday. So again, we'll keep you updated on the timing. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Islanders save on their energy bills for over 20 years.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Monday.